Welcome to the Propylaeum 2020 annual meeting. I'm Rose Wernicke, President of the Board. I invite you in today to share in the successes of 2019, to update you on where we are in 2020, and to let you see where we're headed in the future. As we virtually meet in our historic home, we celebrate the people who make the Propylaeum thrive. Won't you join me in the clubroom? Welcome again. My report today focuses on where we are as an organization, how we have come to this place, and where we are heading in the future. Since the club and the foundation merged in 2013, the organization has been working to define itself with questions such as, what does it mean to be a nonprofit organization in Indianapolis in the 21st century? What is our role within the community and women's lives? How do we provide a unique nonprofit purpose? And how can we make ourselves known and attract more members, donors, and funders to thrive for another 130 years? As the board worked through these questions, we developed new mission, vision, goals, and value statements. We believe that the statements presented best describe our purpose as an organization, while reflecting on the original purpose for the Propylaeum, as well as setting a course for the present and future. Our new mission, the place that connects and celebrates women, is further described through the goals we set out to achieve, such as a welcoming place for women to use their voice, inspire leadership, connect with others, and continue the legacy of women supporting women. Programs that offer opportunities for enrichment, education, exploration, culture, and community, and to preserve and maintain the place that has been the home for women since 1923. The annual report, titled Connecting, Celebrating, and Preserving, outlines the many ways we achieved the mission and goals. Our programs continue to be the primary point of connection with members and community through our women's leadership and arts and culture offerings. We also expand program offerings through partnerships, such as taking the leading role in bringing together representatives from over 40 Central Indiana organizations to discuss and plan activities related to the suffrage centennial, by seeking authors for a book launch and book fair, and welcoming new groups to bring their original programming to the Propylaeum. Celebrations at the Propylaeum go beyond the weddings and parties held here. We celebrate our historic property by opening the house for tours and hosting open houses and exchanges with professional photographers and film crews. We also celebrate the accomplishments of women through the May Wright Sewell Leadership Award, the Marilyn K. Glick Women's Enrichment Series, and in 2019, we celebrated the Indiana women who fought the battle for suffrage with the suffrage-themed tree at the Indiana History Center's Festival of Trees. The Propylaeum continued the ongoing labor of love, preserving and maintaining the historic Schmidt-Schaff home. Repairs to the aging facility were subsidized by the Maintenance Reserve Fund. The Restore 1410 Fund, established in 2018 for larger preservation projects, has grown to the point where we are poised to begin a preliminary phase of preservation through the Carriage House Masonry Restoration Project in 2020. The preservation of relationships with our members, friends, donors, and partner groups is of high priority at the Propylaeum. With the addition of new programs, new volunteer opportunities, and social events, Prop membership continues to grow. In planning programs and activities, our primary focus areas of women's leadership, arts and culture, and historic preservation provide something for everyone at the Propylaeum. And now Liz Ellis will give the Executive Director's report.
Thanks, Rose. I'm Liz Ellis, the Executive Director here at the Indianapolis Propylaeum. You're in my office. I'm on the second floor in the back in what used to be the family room. Our Events and Marketing Director, Lorianne Perez, is right next door. I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about some of the successes that we had in 2019 and some of the challenges that we're going to face in 2020. 2019 was a great year at the Propylaeum. We continued to grow at an exceptional rate. We have new members, new donors, new programs and events, a new chef in the cafe, and the Suffrage Centennial to plan for 2020. Our members are active and engaged, helping to grow programs and events, and of course, providing financial support through our annual fund, through sponsorships, and through our Salon Society event. In August, Chef Suzanne Catering took over the helm of the cafe at the Prop. She came in with a new menu and fresh food and a lot of energy and enthusiasm. We're so lucky to have her here. A great example of the year that we had is this number, 8,000. We had 8,000 visits to the Prop last year. The visits were Prop members and guests, program attendees, diners at the cafe, and private events. There were people at the Prop at all hours of the day and night for all types of events, and this activity created a sense of excitement and growth. You could literally feel it in the air. There was also a lot of excitement and a lot of time spent planning for the Suffrage Centennial in 2020. We brought together over 40 organizations to help plan and promote activities commemorating the Suffrage Centennial all across the state of Indiana. Our Suffrage Centennial plans and programs included everything from our signature programs, like the Women's Enrichment Series and our May Wright Sewell event, to the Suffrage Tree at the Festival of Trees, our Women's History Tea, the play Digging in Their Heels by Sally Perkins, and a team of women in suffrage costumes ready to march in the 500 Festival Parade and the St. Patrick's Day Parade. And here we are today. In March, Women's History Month, we had programs and events planned nearly every day. By March 15th, everything had come to a complete halt due to the coronavirus. We had no way to plan for this spring and the year that we would have. The Propylaeum has been completely shut down, and we are just now planning our slow reopening following state and local guidelines. In 3 months, we moved from in-person programs to doing nearly everything online. And while there have been a lot of challenges with this new format, there have also been new opportunities for growth and inclusion that exceed our geographical location. More people than ever can tour the Propylaeum through our online video tours if the walls could talk, and more people than ever can attend the annual meeting. Surrounding COVID-19, the safety of our staff, our members, and visitors to the Prop is our top priority. With safety in mind, we've put in place some new requirements as we move forward opening the Propylaeum. Beginning June 1st, the Propylaeum will be open by appointment only. Some areas of the Propylaeum may be closed off at various times, including the second and third floors. We'll have hand sanitizer available in different locations throughout the first floor, and the common areas, including doorknobs, handrails, and bathrooms, will be disinfected between each group. Everyone entering the Propylaeum will be required to wear a mask and sign a waiver. This includes staff, members, visitors, and guests. The waiver can be found on our website, or we'd be happy to send one to you in the mail. For the safety of staff and visitors, you will not be able to enter the premises without a mask and a waiver. There's more information on our website at www.thepropylaeum.org/COVID-19. Today we anticipate the Propylaeum programs will be online possibly through the end of the year. Because while we may be allowed to have in-person programs, we think that attendance could be very low because many of our attendees fall into the at-risk category for COVID-19. We will do everything that we can to keep you up to date through the summer and fall, and we will post everything in our newsletter and online. There are so many things that I want to say about the pandemic and about the resilience of the Propylaeum and the determination of our members and donors. It's been a really difficult time for everyone. And so many people have stepped forward with guidance and advice and financial support and kind words. Lorianne and I spend an inordinate amount of time second-guessing decisions that we have to make about rescheduling and postponing programs and events, wondering if we're doing enough, wondering when everybody will be able to come back to the Propylaeum. At every turn, there has been a note or a phone call or an email from a member encouraging us and offering really kind words. I honestly believe the members of the Propylaeum are the greatest people, the greatest women in Indianapolis. So from the bottom of my heart and from all of the staff, thank you. Thank you for your membership and for your support. We hope that you and your loved ones stay safe and healthy, and we can't wait to see everybody back here again at the Propylaeum. Back to Rose.
Thanks, Liz. And now I'd like to present the financial report for 2019. Support for the Propylaeum primarily comes from programs, private events, dues, and the annual fund, with programs being the largest source. The Women's Enrichment Series is a major source of funding, and Salon Society grew in 2019 due to increased sponsorships, attendance, and the live and silent auctions. Murder mysteries were well attended, contributing to the income sources. Private events provided almost 20% of the Propylaeum's operating income. Although we hosted 20 fewer private events in 2019 than the previous year, continued adjustments to our pricing structure, matching our high-quality service and beautiful venue with industry standard pricing, kept our income at pace. As you can see from the profit and loss summary, expenses increased in 2019, reflecting positive steps forward. The increase in programs in 2019 resulted in greater program expenses. Repair and maintenance costs doubled in 2019 due to the requirements of maintaining aging buildings. Dollars recorded as restricted income provided funds for special projects and long-term needs. In 2019, gifts of over $60,000 were made to the Restore 1410 Building Fund, of which $25,000 was raised at Salon Society. In 2018, contributions to the Growing Maze Vision campaign amounted to $52,000, strengthening our cash reserves. The Propylaeum Legacy Endowment was created in 2018 and received contributions of almost $15,000, and the maintenance fund also increased. I would now like to announce the results of the election of board members. The Propylaeum bylaws stipulate that the members of the Propylaeum elect board members based on a slate presented by the nominating committee. A minimum of 10% of membership is required for a quorum. The Prop currently has 160 members, so 16 members form a quorum. As of today, we had over 35 members vote by mail or through the SurveyMonkey online voting form. Thank you to all who participated in voting. I am pleased to announce the following as the class of 2023 of the Propylaeum Board of Directors. Alex Barnstead, Ronnie Embry, Karen Pfeiffer, and Tiffany Talbert, each for second terms, and Barb Richardson for a first term. And now, former President Joanne Solomon will pay tribute to our retiring board member, Jim Glass.
6 years ago, I was the president of the Propylaeum when Jim Glass joined the board. At that time, the Propylaeum was surviving month to month. We had completed the merger, but we still owed a lot of money for taxes and the steam heating bills. As a new board member, Jim began voicing a concern about the financial ability for this organization to continue. He projected that we had only enough financing to last for 1 year. He then volunteered to become the chairman of the Financial Development Committee. During his tenure, he organized 2 capital campaigns raising funds for operating reserves. When Rose became the treasurer, she and Jim worked very hard to balance the budget and to pay off the debt. Jim was on the committee also to find the new executive director. We had to reduce staff and concentrate on bringing in more income. The Propylaeum is now on a firmer financial foundation thanks to Jim. Thank you, Jim, for your great leadership this last 6 years. I am not for sure if we would still be here if you had not taken over this role of your role of leadership. You leave us a lot stronger and in better shape. It has been an honor working with you. The Propylaeum certainly wants to thank you for all your hard work and dedication to this organization and home.
Thank you, Joanne, for your comments. In recognition of Jim's service on the board, I will be presenting him this plaque made from one of the slates from the original Propylaeum roof. Now I will present the newest member of the Circle of Mayrite Sewell, an honorary designation established to recognize members who have contributed outstanding service to the organization. This year, we would like to bestow that honor on Jim Glass. Jim has not only been active on the board, but was one of the founding members of the Women's Enrichment Series. He consistently attended and brought guests to our major events, and has done significant research on the Propylaeum, resulting in his presentation of the design and history of the Propylaeum at the February Prop Day. Thank you, Jim, for your dedication to the Propylaeum. This virtual annual meeting is a first for the Propylaeum. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to your questions and comments. Your generosity, participation, and support are the reason that the Propylaeum thrives. Thank you.